AWTTC is unique in the sense that it was set up from several organisations working together in partnership to try and encourage the safe and effective use of medicines. The Yellow Card Centre Wales was one of those organisations. Together they developed ways of trying to improve the use of medicines in Wales, but also to ensure that medicines were appraised on the basis of whether they were clinically effective, in other words, worked well in patients, or cost effective, so that they were good value for the NHS. So it was set up because of devolution in Wales. The Welsh Government was given responsibility for the NHS in Wales, and therefore had to ensure there was a strategy for dealing with these medicines. So they set up a task and finish group which would take on this role, and that was the All Wales Medicine Strategy Group. Now, the All Wales Medicine Strategy Group was a committee and an important one, but in order for AWMSG to do that work, it needed the support of health professionals, and that's when we offered that support, and that support was accepted. We were a small organisation. Initially, the medicines that we appraised or assessed were relatively few, and they were often high-cost medicines, particularly those for small groups of people with rare conditions. So-called ultra-orphan medicines were used in those circumstances. So we developed a process with a lot of discussion and collaboration with the Scottish Medicines Consortium, which started at the same time, to ensure that there was a transparent process for the assessment of medicines. And so we looked at a small number of medicines and made some difficult decisions on medicines which NICE wasn't looking at, and Wales needed decisions to be made. That process went well, and slowly but surely over the years, the number of medicines that we appraised grew, and so the organisation had to grow in order to deliver that work stream. Also, of course, medicine management, or what's now called medicines optimization, became more and more complex as we saw the rise in multimorbidity. In other words, many people in the community had more than one medical condition and therefore required several drugs, sometimes many drugs, and we call that polypharmacy. So the rise in multimorbidity and polypharmacy ensured that we were always working hard to try and ensure that the medicines we were using in Wales were used most effectively and most safely. I think that we need to continue with the basic principles that we started with, which is first of all transparency. Secondly, I think we need to maintain the timeliness, and I'm pleased to say that each health technology agency, Scottish Medicines Consortium, NICE and AWMSG have learned from each other, and that's been extremely helpful. But I think all of us have recognised the importance of timeliness, because it's crucial that effective medicines are available as rapidly as possible.